What about money? Should he make a certain amount of money?
Yes, at least 6 figures. He needs to be equally yoked. I'm a vice president. I have 4 degrees. So if that gives you any indication of where I sit, let's be equally yoked in that.
So make at least $100,000.
Yes.
So if he made $70,000, should he reach out to you?
You know what? I would say yes. I mean, yeah, he can reach out to me. I'm not gonna say it's a disqualifying factor.
Okay.
What I am gonna say is it's expensive to live life right now. And if we want to live life a certain kind of way with no excuses, it costs.
Okay. Fair enough. Let's do the Kendra Cam.
Marley. Now, y'all said that she had came on the Kendra show previously. We found the video. Here she is. This is her first appearance on the Kendra show. We covered her second appearance. You know, we skipped ahead because we want to talk about her money requirements. And now we're going to do the Kendra Cam. Go on and get up, Miss Marley. You want 6 figures.
She said she was a football girl.
I just had knee surgery last
built
week.
like a football.
You can't stand up?
I'm gonna stand up.
Well, if you're in a situation, I'll give you grace.
No. It's okay.
Why did you have knee surgery? What happened?
I tore my meniscus.
Okay.
How? So let's see. So I'm limping.
Okay. You got that. You had a
Put it in the comments now. Good.
Football gut.
A booty in our face for a second. All right. Okay. We see you, Mama. Marley, when was your last relationship?
About 3 years ago.
3 years ago.
Yeah.
You don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
I think it was January.
January. Okay. They're telling me to ask, do you typically date men that make 100K?
Yes. I work in sports. So it's not like I don't have a plethora of men that I have access to. But what I learned as being a Black executive is you don't play where you eat. So
I don't know if I agree with that, because I tell women all the time, if you around these men, y'all need to lock it in, because that's what the other women be doing. The women who don't have the degrees, what they do is their degree is trying to get your coworker. And if you are a person who is surrounded by these 100K men, you need to have the mindset of the other women who there to get her husband. You need to get your husband, girl, if you around them all the time.
Kendra, she's telling on herself.
But Kendra she didn't even take her own advice. She's around all these men in the entertainment and saying that she got $1 million coochie and she ain't got no man. So why you didn't date those men that you was running around with?
Now this is where she might have, because we all wonder, how did Kendra get to where Kendra is with her lack of skill in her field? You know, maybe she didn't lock down the husband. Well, maybe she didn't. We know she didn't. But dating these men and all her rhetoric, oh, you can't get me in any position that I can't get into on my own. You wasn't running that a few years ago. So there was rooms and positions and access that you couldn't get. And that's how I believe, allegedly, that's how I believe she got to where she is, or excuse me, not right here, through her tumultuous radio career. I think that's how she got to where she is. She probably did date a few of those people in those rooms she was around, but she couldn't lock it down. That's just my opinion. Just a thought. There's no proof to that. She said it. We've heard a few things from people in local places where Kendra was. So just something to think about. Anyway, let us continue.
I think so. I think it's hard when you work with them. I mean, if you're in sports, you're with them 7 days a week sometimes. They become family. They become brothers.
Well, you said, and it's no, but my question was, I asked you, did you date men, not work with them?
No, I thought you said that I dated men that made 100K.
Yes.
I go, yes, I have.
So you have, okay, so then you have dated the men you work around with at times.
Well, yeah, I've only been in 2 relationships, one for 15 years and one for 3, and they both made 100K.
Okay. So
these women that come on this show, they always somehow around 6-figure dudes that they dated, their baby daddy, may or may not have made six figures. Like, what happened with those men? You know what they're
Right.
gonna say? That they were controlling. Oh, these six-figure men are controlling, they cheat, but I still want a six-figure man. Well, go back to the one you was with.
And were they co-workers?
No.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, fair enough. Okay. All right. Did I ask you the last time you were intimate with someone? You don't have to answer.
No, it's fine. It was in January.
Okay, we're gonna skip ahead and get into this. I think she read a comment or something from the nasty Kendra cousins. So let's get into that.
And why would a guy be lucky to be with you, sweetie?
I mean, I feel like I'm an overall, all around good person. I definitely don't do drama. I'm not with the arguing. I'm compromising. I'm a girl. I'm a sports girl. I have a PS5. So I feel like I'm very relatable. And again, to know me is to love me. I've never met a stranger. I'm a caring, nurturing kind of person. Sorry, I'm nervous. I didn't got on your show, Lord Jesus. Yeah. I think I come with all the values that men look for, outside of the debate about being a plus size woman asking for six figures. I think that debate is crazy.
Wait, what? Okay. What debate?
It's going on in the comments. Being plus size and being 40 and asking for someone who makes six figures. Like, why would a man who makes six figures want to date a girl that's plus size? I'm like, that debate is old. Like, pick another reason why a plus size woman shouldn't ask or require things out of men that she provides. Like, my weight doesn't dictate my worth. So let's stop it with the weight comments. Like, let's be for real.
She had like an injury and she gained like a lot of weight. So I think she feeling a little sensitive about that weight. But even if she didn't have the weight, we got to think about it. She got like a grown daughter. She 39, career woman, and she's saying, why can't she ask for all this stuff that she provide? If you can provide that already, why do you need a man to come in and provide it?
See, it's just bad taste. I feel it's just bad taste to ask for any amount of money per se. Like, especially, okay, as you add on those factors, you're 40, you got older kids, and it just doesn't look good anyway. You can have your requirements, but when you're throwing out numbers and it's got to make six figures, and it's always going to turn on. So I think that's like the worst question that she asked. But it really is the best question because it gives the most content pieces. So let us continue.
Okay. I was actually, it's hard for me to read the comments, so I didn't see those comments. But the comments are saying that because you're plus size, you shouldn't request a six-figure guy. Well, you said you dated six-figure men. Were you plus size then?
No, I gained a lot of weight over the last year since my original ACL injury. But regardless of like me being 50 pounds lighter and to now I'm the same person.
Well, that is you're the same person.
So she's had two different career-ending knee surgeries, basically, in a year.
Unfortunately, child.
Two separate ones. We had an MCL and an ACL. Those are two separate injuries that'll both leave you out. That'll tear your career up if you was a football, basketball, sports athlete or whatever.
How's she getting like basketball career-ending injuries?
I'm saying.
Come on now, Marley. 50 pounds heavier. She not a different person. Yes, you are. 50 pounds can change a lot in your appearance.
Absolutely.
So this is not an ugly woman. Don't get in these comments trying to say that we saying this woman is ugly. This woman is not an ugly woman. But for what she's asking for, I don't think these guys going. So
right. There's a certain aesthetic somewhat attached to that. Except if you've built it with them. Most times, if I see a successful, wealthy man, a woman of plus size nature, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing. It doesn't make any waves, but for the most part, they were with him on his rise. When you're coming along lately, at the end, I think the requirements are a little different. That's just what I've observed. It's not a rule. I don't fit into this category, and I'm not shopping. It's just what I've seen with my own eyes.
And you don't take in consideration, okay, you have your requirements and standards. Are we taking in consideration what he might want?
Very. Very good, Queen. They never do that. So it's
Right.
I want, I need, and it's got to look like this and that. These men have the same kind of requirements, standards, and all of that as well.
And these men are telling you what they want, and you refuse to listen.
That's why I asked you, did you have those same men? So you gained 50 pounds since then. So you don't think that would be a hindrance at all?
No.
For the type of guy that you say you want.
I don't think so, because I mean, if you're only dating me or you're only going to marry me based because I look good in a bikini or I was 50 pounds with a body, what happens when, like what happened, an ACL tear, then a meniscus tear happens, you gain weight because you can't work out. What happens then? You're going to leave me? So why is weight a requirement?
Hold on now,
I think
Bucko.
I'm so.
Well, let's slow down. We could turn that same sword on you, Miss Marley. You said he's got to make X. She said the 70,000 wasn't a deal breaker. She didn't say the 6 figures or to have wealth and live her lifestyle wasn't a deal breaker. She said that number was. So that would mean if he dipped in his earnings or he went down, took a setback like life happened to you with your ACL, what if something happened to him and his 6 figures went away? Are you still down? It's the same. We can ask the same question here. We can pose the same thing. So don't say, "Oh, you only married me because of this." So he could say you would only deal with him because he made X amount of money.
Totally on board with preference. I like big boys. Like if you're super skinny, I wouldn't naturally like have eyes around you. Not to say that you weren't an option, but it's a preference, not a requirement.
Okay, I think this. Let me ask you this. So you said obviously he shouldn't leave you if he gains weight. Now you made it clear his salary is important because you want to live a certain way. So what happens if he loses his salary and no longer can be 100K man? Do you stay with that man?
Absolutely.
Lies.
It's a thing to where I don't want men. I not come across men that they see my lifestyle and then they challenge it. Right? Why do you have a housekeeper? Why do you do this? I think if you make a certain amount of money and understand that it's not a huge task to have a housekeeper, you wouldn't come in and try to change me. So I think that's where the salary requirement comes. I'm not.
So if you got a housekeeper, who paying for this housekeeper when you get this 100K man? So you're asking him to come in.
Mm-hmm.
He's thinking about the bills and liabilities you come with.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to keep said housekeeper? Now, understand that's your lifestyle, but I'm paying for you, your bills, and one of them bills is a housekeeper, and whatever else you coming with. If you would pay for that yourself, I don't think these guys would have this problem. But you expect all the bills that you come in with that he has to take over them. Y'all don't lay it out like, okay, well, I'm gonna keep my lifestyle and I'm gonna pay for my lifestyle because I make that type of money. No, y'all expect him to take over your lifestyle.
Right.
That's what y'all expect.
And it's so backwards. Like if you, again, this is where if you already have it, why don't you just maintain? You know. And not only that, Queen, let's also say the housekeeping, the upkeep of the house. That's a big part of the deal when we're talking about a relationship and marriage anyway. You know what I mean? So it's like, what are you charging? What is he actually getting out of this deal? Like literally, like now we talking about you ain't cleaning, cooking.
She's nurturing.
You built like a football. You a boss pick, and he got to make X amount of money. It's like
she said she was nurturing.
Nurturing, huh?
Yeah,
okay,
that's what she said.
When she get a chance, right? When she finish making all this money, then I'll nurture you while the housekeeper make you something to eat and all that. Like, come on, man. That's a recipe for disaster, ladies. Hiring a housekeeper who always the man of the house is always creeping around with. It's the close proximity, the neighbors and the maids and the help and all that. Like, don't bring in your own demise. And it's because they do the menial task that's attractive to a man. I don't think they understand that either. When they talk, I don't cook, I don't clean, I'm gonna hire people to do this and this and that. It's never, again, it comes out of your pocket. It's gonna come out of your pocket as well. So it's just a bad thing, man.
Not flying frontier. Don't ask me. again, it comes along with salary.
Well, you say you're not flying Frontier.
I haven't seen a economy seat in 10 years.
What? Yeah.
I don't find a problem with that. If you pay for it yourself, if that's the lifestyle you're accustomed to, pay for it yourself. I mean, she just sat up here and said she got 4 degrees. You got all them degrees. And you know everything. I got a degree, student loan debt, which is paid off, got a job. I don't expect, oh, you got to take care of my lifestyle. I can pay for that. What's the purpose of going and doing all of this if we can't bring some of the resources back into the household?
So true.
I could have stayed my behind at home. All them nights up studying and writing papers that I didn't want to write.
Right. You're going to get all these degrees and accrue all this debt and all this lifestyle, bouginess, and say, here, big dog, it's on you now.
Here you go.
Like, that's crazy. Like, nah, man.
That
again,
that
if you got
income,
it, like we always say this, if you got it, then it shouldn't be a problem. In 10 years, you ain't see an economy flight. Then it doesn't matter what he makes.
Right.
You already been balling, right? What difference does it make what this man is going to have or not have if you've been balling so hard for the last 10, 15 years?
Right.
Like, come on now.
Right. And these women never think about bringing their income and bringing it to the household. And so when we put it all together, we doing better.
Not to don't play with it. Only thing, this is what I say to that. And I think just as absolute you are with certain things, I think men are absolute with certain things too. But we don't ever accept it, right? So I hear you, and I'm gonna honor you. You, like you said, you first class only. Your requirements are your requirements. I don't think there's an overall rule. There's plenty of men who make a certain amount of money who date women who are not thin, right? So we know that to be true. But there are guys who, see, the thing is, all men like to show off stuff, So what I come to learn from hosting this show, rather, weight is a big thing. Like, I know we push back on this and we try not to honor it, but it is one of the things for men. Like, hygiene is the biggest thing for all, but then weight is also a big factor for men. I don't make the rules. I'm just sharing the data. Right?
Can't just stop tiptoeing around it.
Come on.
Ain't no man want to have your big behind on his arm. That's what she's trying to say. I just said it for her.
Again, there's outliers. Like I said, like if you're looking at the outliers, yeah. If you came up with a dude and he ain't have nothing, I've seen a couple. Terrence Crawford comes to world champion, undefeated boxer. Terrence Crawford comes to mind. This lady's not thin. They had all these kids with her. They was together when he was born. I get it. Like, that's where that comes in. He's keeping it real with those who kept it real with him. It wasn't a problem. She was thicker when they was poor, so it's not a problem now. But if you coming in to buy something, I'm coming into money. I'm going to pick me a lady now. Of course you're going to go for something that you feel is, up to speed to where you are and what you can afford or whatever, however you want to call it. So yeah, dudes do have those sticking points. It's not like thicker women don't get any play or any action. That's not true at all.
Right.
But we're talking about somebody buying something as a successful person, already made, just like you got a lifestyle. Like, he sees his lifestyle to be a certain kind of way. So now that he's shopping, he might want to get the best thing he can buy. The best thing he can, his money or his resources can get him. That's it. Like, don't push back. Don't get mad. They say their main thing is height, right? What's the ladies' top requirement? We all know that, right?
Right. So we could push back all day on it, or we could decide, okay, that's what it is for that. But do I think every man who fits that category is gonna base it off of that? I can't say that to be true.
No, I'm not saying that. I just see one comment and I'm like, it's the discussion. Again, I can't see them also. Don't absolutely want to judge everything that's been said, but that's been some of my experiences is gaining weight. Weight does seem to be a factor in the type of man that the public thinks you deserve. And they do think the thinner women deserve the handsome man.
That's
the
your
man
problem.
That makes
Deserve.
A lot of money. And I'm just like, I don't agree
Come
with
on
that.
now.
That's not something that I subscribe to as a way of thinking. And again, it's just me, my preference.
All right, well, the time has come. Are you on the Kendra G singles dating app?
Yes.
Okay, what's your name on the app?
Yeah, you're right. The problem is that you get this money and then you think that, okay, you make 80, let's say 80. You're supposed to be with a guy that makes 80. That somehow makes you equal. You know, no
Right.
matter what you look like, you could be
Right.
350 pounds, but you make 80, you're supposed to get a guy that makes 80.
Right.
Not even caring about what the guy that makes 80, what he might want.
Right.
So nobody is saying that this decreases your worth. I'm sure you have worth as a mother, if you believe in the Lord, a
Co-worker,
child of God,
CEO, and all that you got going
right,
on. You got some worth, yeah.
a
I'm sure.
daughter,
Yeah.
stuff like that. But we're talking about the man that you're looking for. He's not looking for you per se. Some, like you said, some may be looking. You might
Sure.
be somebody's, but 9 times out of 10, that guy is not going. There are guys that probably would, oh, she's pretty, I like her, and things like that. But you don't
Sure.
want them type of
She
men.
don't.
You don't want to
She's not
build
gonna
with
go
those
for that.
men.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yep. Yep.
And you very well could have a nice, loving relationship, a loving, healthy relationship with these men, but you overlook them. That's all we're
Right.
just saying is being realistic. There's probably a nice,
Mm-hmm.
a kind-hearted, a good man that's in your circle that you
Mm-hmm.
are overlooking because you want.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I make
Money.
80K, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm 350 pounds. I don't care. I don't care what I look like. He makes
Mm-hmm.
80. I want him. He was 6 foot, tall, dark,
Let's see.
handsome. I want him.
It's
He
not
don't want
even.
you.
It's not even a want. She said deserve. That means
Deserve.
like that's kind of like goes into entitlement. You deserve what you earn. Like you can't say you deserve X man. You deserve this and this and that. Like that's very very crazy. Like, there's no deserving or whatever. Like there's no bar you could meet. Like you have to work, compete, and earn your way to have something like that. You deserve what you earn. Basically, what I'm saying. You can't just say because you make X amount of money, you deserve this and that. No, you got what you deserve because you earned enough money for your lifestyle. It doesn't automatically qualify you for some dude with some money. Like, I don't know, man. Again, we got to look on the other side of the fence when we think about the requirements and what it's gonna look like and your demands. Y'all, they come on Kendra's Genie show and they rub the lamp and they just make wishes and all that. But at the end of the day, there's the other side to that. He's got to participate. He's got to take you on and want to be the man that you want him to be in your life. So he's gonna have some requirements and things too. She's built like a football, got maids and nannies and all this, and my lifestyle and no economy seats, and that's very off-putting when you're coming in the door. You know what I mean? Like Kev said, not say she's ugly, but she ain't found enough for no money like that to be carrying on like this. Like we need to call a spade to stop softballing. That's just that, man. That's just my opinion on it. Queen, you want to drop something before we get up out of here?
It just ain't nobody saying that you diminished your worth. It's your value, the value to the man that's buying. That's all. Like, we truly want you to have a loving, healthy relationship. Now, if you just out here for money, then so be it. But y'all say y'all want love and y'all miss that old school love and the 90s R&B love. How you think people got that?
It was cultivated. It wasn't
Right.
demanded or deserved and hijacked. Oh, I make 150, so now you got to make X amount. It wasn't that. That's
It
not how
wasn't
that.
that. People actually used to fall in love with each other. Character. We never talk about that. What is the character of the man?
Hmm. Never in the equation. Just the
So,
lifestyle, the height, and the money. That's about it.
yeah,
So,
that's it.
so we've seen Marley a couple times. So she came on trying to be a little more chameleon-esque on the second time, but she was popular in the first one. We've seen what she working with. So we'll leave it right there. No need to go any further. Uh, You guys heard what we think. More importantly, we want to know what you guys think. So get down there in the comment section. Let us know if you agree, disagree, if we were on base or off base. You know, we are 360-degree thinkers on this platform. Free thought, always promoted, celebrated, number one here. Leave a like on your way out. Sub up if you so choose to. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can be notified when we drop some more of those bangers. And we appreciate everybody for coming out. We love y'all so much, man. We've been getting a lot of traction, views, likes, subs, all that. It's wonderful, man. We couldn't do this without y'all. You guys be safe out there. We will catch y'all on the next one.